Hey everyone, and welcome to 21 Days of Fasting and Prayer. And I just wanted to take a few minutes to encourage you a couple times a week on how to pray. As you know, I've been down and out with an injury, a lot of time to kind of study and process, and the Lord's really been doing a lot in my heart and specific, and I just really want to lead you along the same journey that the Lord's led me, and hopefully we can teach some things about prayer in our times to come. So we're going to be posting a couple videos a week on our YouTube account, on our Facebook account. We just invite you to follow. I'm not going to tell you what to pray in 21 days of fasting and prayer, but my heart for you is that you just grow closer to the Lord right where you are. And today I just want to teach a little bit about the Lord's Prayer, because it was an outline of prayer that Jesus gave to us in order to have a successful and a heartfelt prayer life. When I was a kid, I used to pray this prayer, but I didn't quite know what it meant. I would pray it in the context of church. We'd hold hands with people around a dinner table and we would pray it, but I really didn't understand what it meant. So I want to open up to Matthew chapter 6 and just read a couple verses from that before we get into what the Lord's Prayer is. And like I said, in a few minutes, hopefully you can change a vain repetition that we've made it into a powerful and dynamic outline for your prayer life. Jesus said this, he said, "And when you pray, you must not be like the hypocrites, for they love to stand and pray in the synagogues and at the street corners, that they may be seen and heard by others. Truly I say to you, they've received their reward. But when you pray, go into your room and shut the door and pray to your Father who's in secret." This is my heart for you, and I think this is God's heart for all of us, that we just shut the door, we have quiet time, alone time with Him. He said, when you pray, don't heap up empty phrases like the Gentiles do. Isn't it interesting how when I prayed the Lord's Prayer as a child, I didn't know what it was. That was an empty phrase. I just said these words, and the Lord said to say these, so okay, I'll just say them. But what He was saying, He said, instead, pray like this. He said, "Our Father in heaven." And so here's what I want you to do. I want you to take this and turn it into an outline for a dynamic prayer life. Close your door, get some time with the Lord, and pray this as an outline, not as a vain repetition. It says, "Our Father in heaven." This is who we're praying to. We're praying to the Father through Jesus Christ. He said, "Hallowed be your name." Hallowed is another word for holy. So you come to God and you know His holiness and you talk about His holiness, and you bow your heart in reverence to Him. He said, "Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven." The next time that we talk, I'm going to teach about downloading God's agenda in your prayer life, and that's what I believe that scripture is talking about. It said, "Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we've also forgiven our debtors." As I processed this scripture over the last couple of weeks, I realized that this prayer isn't necessarily just a prayer that says, God, forgive me, take care of my daily needs. But this is a prayer that's meant to be prayed for other people as well. When I pray and when I seclude myself and have time with the Lord, I will take this and I'll begin to pray out this scripture. So, "Our Father in heaven." God, you're my Father. You love me. You care about me. Holy is your name. And I'll begin to, talk to the Lord about Him and just saying, "Hey, I'm bowing my heart to you." But when it comes to the scripture, "Give us this day our daily bread," I found myself just corrected recently, because I usually will pray, "Give me my daily bread," if I can be honest with you. But the Lord said, "Give us this day our daily bread." And this is a prayer that we should be praying for our families, for our loved ones, for our friends. And I would just encourage you to take this scripture not as a vain repetition, not as an empty phrase. Don't heap it up and throw it in the air like an empty phrase. But use it as an outline and pray what the Lord brings to your heart. So when He says, "Give us this day our daily bread," pray for whoever pops up into your heart. You can be led by the Spirit of God during this. And He said, "Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil." Again, not deliver me from evil, deliver us from evil. So my prayer and my challenge for you today is to turn your vain repetition into a powerful and heartfelt outline for a balanced prayer life. So I'm going to be joining you in just a couple days, and hopefully we can start to unpack what a powerful, balanced prayer life is together. I'll see you guys soon.